As of lately, I've been thinking about something recently. It got me thinking that over time, being in the spotlight, it really puts me in the view of a lot of people on the internet. So it's like there are moments when I really need to watch what I do, watch what I say, watch how I act to people and around people. And over time, I guess being in the spotlight of the internet, maybe not as big as everyone else, but big enough to be seen and to be held accountable for things. And as of recently, I've been going through some old photos and archived uh, conversations I've had a while back, and this was just something that has been on my mind. It's got me remembering certain moments before YouTube, before I bounced back into doing this. Back in times of 2015, 16, 17, and a lot of it, a lot of it came from around 2015. Um, Back when I was a senior in Palmdale High. There was a conversation that I've had around 2018 that really had me questioning my old self. And me in this moment, I was sitting there reading, thinking, damn, I can't believe that this is who I was back then. It's like I felt, I wouldn't say cringed, but I was not happy with the old me. The old me back in 2018 to 15. And it got me thinking, a lot of it has changed since then. A lot of things has changed. And it got me thinking, like, maybe the fact that I'm in the spotlight on the internet now has got me thinking that either being in the spotlight, it changed me, it inspired me to be better, or the idea that I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, and I'm getting more mature over time. I see, I like that one better. I like the idea that I'm growing up and I'm maturing over time. I like that better. Yeah. So I think a lot of it comes from 2015 when I was a senior. Back when I've faced moments of joy, anger, and uh, I had this dark cloud looming over me as well. It's like 2015, I had my high days and I had my low days. I've had my best, my bad, and my worst in 2015. And a lot of it happened back when, uh, back when I dated. I'm not going to say her name, her government name, out of respect and to avoid any issues with her. You know, I might tag her in the video, that way she'll know that I'm talking about her, but I'm not saying her name, her government name. Or, fuck, it's like I want to tag her in this video so that she knows that I'm talking about her. But at the same time, again, I don't want to cause an issue. So, I don't know, maybe I'll figure it out um, after I'm done recording this. But a lot of it stemmed when we dated back in Palmdale High School. 2015, we were seniors. I have to say, even though we dated for 6 months, it was definitely, those 6 months definitely had some high moments and some very low moments. We had our moments when we were absolutely happy to be around each other. We were the inseparable couple of Palmdale High. But then there were moments when we were at each other's throats. We would argue even off campus, and we've definitely had our moments where we couldn't stand each other, and we said a lot of negative shit to one another. And there were some old conversations and messages that I've got on Messenger, read on Messenger, and it's got me thinking, damn, I can't believe I said that. So it's like the first few months we were really happy together. We couldn't be away from each other, And after we split up for a moment, we wanted to break up because of a personal issue that I'm not going to get into. There was a moment where she wanted to break up. I was upset about it. I was really upset about it, and I didn't want to break up. I wanted to mend our relationship, see if we can keep it going, and it got to a moment to where I was just very upset, and I really tried to make us work, to make us fix our issue to continue dating, because I think my only issue back then was being single, so it's like, after being single for so long, it gets lonely, and I didn't want to go through that. And after that, we talked, we stayed together again, and there was a moment when we thought that she was pregnant, and we were talking about babies and shit, and even though she wasn't pregnant, thank God, and we were just all over the place, We weren't even graduating yet. We were close. We were like a month or two away from graduation, but we were barreling a lot of stress and pressure, and it really added more weight to our shoulders. After we broke up on graduation day, she left me a voicemail. I'm not going to read what it said or play it because it deleted after 30 days. But I remember exactly what it said and what she said, and it stuck with me. And for a good amount of time, I was bitter. I was bitter. I was unhappy. Especially when I saw her holding hands, cuddling, and kissing someone else. It really fucked me up to a point to where it made me bitter. It made me a very negative person and a very spiteful person to a point to where I uh, I dated someone else and made it noticeable in front of her, you know, and whenever she posted something on social media, I was saying some very negative, spiteful things to rub it in her face or to pin blame on her. But the thing is that even though uh, we had our ugly days, we are both to be held accountable for things. You know, as the saying goes, it takes two to tango. So she held me accountable for things as well as I held her accountable for things. She blamed me as much as I blamed her. And it got to moments when, even though there were things that I should hold accountable, I blamed them on her because I wanted her to feel the sting of how bad she broke me. She broke my heart, and I wanted to pin the blame on her, even for things that weren't her fault. And there were old conversations that I was not happy with. A year later, I was lonely, and I messaged her again. And it got to a point to where I constantly messaged her, constantly talking about how I want her back and everything. And it got to a point to where her mother messaged me on Messenger telling me to stop texting her and to leave her alone and she's not interested, blah blah blah. And it got to a point to where I lied saying that I got jumped and that well actually I did get jumped one day. It was on the day that we were supposed to meet. I did get jumped, but it was for a different reason. Because I lived uh, in an area where, like, I don't know, I can't really describe the kind of area I was, you know. It's like it was just a casual day and it was just bad luck, you know. So I got jumped and I blamed her, thinking that she was the reason why I got jumped. Even though it wasn't her fault, it wasn't her cause or anything. It was just a fucking bad day and bad. Uh, uh, it was just a random thing, you know? Wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. But I wanted to blame her because I was still angry and I even waited after. And when I did see her across the park, I walked away because I didn't want to. I didn't want to meet in public and talk to her and have a moment of arguing and being at each other's throats. It was childish. It was immature. It was stupid as fuck. And it got to a point to where I blamed her for everything that happened. 2017 rolled in, we moved out of Cali. Moved to El Paso. Figured that it would be best. And I was starting a new chapter in my life. I was happy. I felt refreshed. I felt like I can start anew. I got a message one day from a friend, and that feeling of refreshment, it just dried up. And it was at a moment where she and two other people wanted to have a group chat. I'm not gonna say any of their names, so we're just gonna roll with fake names. Um, Alexa and uh, Andrea and Nathan. We're just gonna roll with those fake names. To keep the real names out of it. My friend Alexa messaged me telling me to join a group chat. She didn't tell me who was in it, what was going on. She just told me that she wanted to do a voice call, a video call, and just chat a bit. I felt betrayed. And this person said, "We all need to talk now. I'm serious. Nobody better panic or get scared." Um, the conversations were removed because I blocked every one of them. I joined the video chat. This other person said, "Start the video chat." I don't think the video chat is working, probably because there's a limit. Me and Alexa are here. You didn't request me though. I joined the chat. I said, "I'm here just to talk on the phone." We started the video call. Everyone's cameras was off when I joined, and the moment that the cameras were turned on and I saw who was on those cameras, my heart was racing like a fucking racehorse. We were having a conversation, a very ugly conversation, I would say, about allegations and rumors pertaining me and Alexa when we somewhat dated, kind of. It was a very ugly video call. And it got to a point to where I left that video call and I was so pissed off. I left the chat and I said, "Fuck this shit. I'm fucking done with it all." I blocked every single one of them. And it reignited that bitter spitefulness, and it made me more bitter. It brought me to a point to where I was talking shit to everyone that they were connected to, their friends, everyone. I was angry. I was bitter, and I was just going for everyone. I was gunning for everyone that they were connected to because I felt targeted, that they wanted to sabotage me and reignite some issues that I wanted to leave behind in Cali. It got to a point where it was just an issue. I said some very unforgivable things. In 2020, my father passed away December 2nd. I went back to talking shit, and it made that void inside much emptier. And it got to a point to where it was a cancerous feeling. I hated it. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. And it's like looking back now. So after everything that went down. Um, I was like, I just felt spiteful, you know? Like I felt the need to just go at everyone, go at everyone that was friends with them, you know? Because I really felt that um, I felt wronged. I felt lied to. And I think one of the issues was that we were just a toxic couple, you know? We were toxic and we thought we would be fine together, and well, I guess it just shows that we weren't. I don't know, it's like over time learned, I've I've learned to become a better person and to be the mature person, be the grown up, even in the most ugly moments. So it's like, even though I felt wronged, I felt that it was the immature path, it was childish, it was definitely not who I recognized. The old me was bitter, childish, spiteful, and just felt the need to go at everyone and think that if I go at people that go at me, it would make me feel better. But clearly, two wrongs don't make a right. And I was not happy with what I saw. I was not happy with the old me. I was not happy with how I approached certain situations. And it's like looking at some old pics that we took back in 2015. I looked happy. We looked like a cute couple. You know, it's like I took some pictures and we looked like a cute couple. If someone would have told me that things were not going to go well, I probably would have not believed it. If someone would have told me that I would be the mature person and open up on YouTube about it, still wouldn't believe you. But you know what? I've learned something. I was watching a video by Antoine King, a musician, and what he was saying was very inspirational. That everything that happens in life, we should be grateful, you know? We should not ignore the negative things that happen in life. You know, so it's like, I guess over time, I've learned to grow as a person, to become mature, to approach things with a more mature adult perspective and manner. And even during the ugliest moments in life, we should approach them openly because those negative moments can shape us into something in the future, whether it be the best way or the worst way. And you know what? And you know what? I don't regret dating back in 2015. I wish I was better. I wish I wasn't bitter, spiteful, short-tempered. But at the same time, I'd say that I'm happy that I was, because it really shaped me into be a better person, you know? Because clearly, if I was better, I don't even know what kind of person I'd be today. But I guess, as they would say, I guess what um, they would say on Kung Fu Panda, um, the past is history, the future is mystery, and today is the present, you know? So it's like I'm happy for the past, for the things that happened between us both, because they shaped us into who we are today. I learned to become a better person, a better influence, and to be more mature and grown. And I'm happy to approach the future with open arms, because I feel that I can really strive to become a better person, a better influence, and to be a more mature, grown uh, influencer on the internet and in my personal life. You know, I learned to be grateful with the things that happened back then. Things were very ugly between me and her, but I don't regret them. I do hope that me and her can come to terms where we can make peace. Where we can make peace and maybe bury the past and await the future as content creators, or we can make peace and go our separate ways, which I'm open to either one, and I'm okay with that. I'm willing to be the mature one to make peace and to become a better person. But as for her, I don't really know. I can't really say I know what she intends to do. I know that she still goes to Antelope Valley College, which I applaud you for that. Seriously, straight up. You know, it's like you're doing what I'm not doing. You're going to college, I'm not. And you know what? I applaud you for that, because you're clearly making the choice to become better and to continue your education. And anyone that goes to high school or college, I applaud you. You know, seriously, I applaud you. Good for you. I'm happy for you. You know, get your education. Education is power. Education is success. Education will help the future. You know, and to the older listeners that have younger uh, people in their lives, be the influence that they can follow. Go to school so that they can go to school to continue and become better influences for our future. If I um, didn't go to high school, I have no idea what the fuck I'd be doing. I'd probably be fucking up my life. Or, I don't know. But you know what? I'm happy I graduated. I'm happy I didn't go to college. I mean, I recommend that people go to college. But I mean, then again, that's your life, not yours. Or that's your life, not mine. Um, and for people in relationships, I recommend that you cherish the good moments in life. And for the bad moments in life, don't brush them away, but learn from them. Because I'm not gonna lie, there will be ugly moments when you date. There'll be heartbreak, there'll be lies, there'll be secrets, there'll be cheating. There's gonna be some ugly days. But if you accept those ugly moments and look at them, you can actually learn from them and you can learn to become better or to know what to look for in the next person. So really, I'm happy that we broke up. I'm happy that we dated. I I wish that we didn't go down such an ugly path of being at each other's throats. I wish that I didn't become this spiteful person. But I want to say I regret it, but at the same time, I don't regret those ugly days because I learned from those ugly days to become the better person that I am now. So, I don't know, it's like, I guess this whole video is just something that I really wanted to um, discuss. To really talk about something open, something that you can watch, that you can uh, learn from. That my experiences and that my experiences will not rub off on you, but you can learn from the experiences and avoid the negative shit that I've done. Because I wouldn't recommend anyone to do any of the negative shit I've done because I'm not gonna lie, I was a short-tempered boyfriend. I wouldn't say I was abusive, maybe verbally, but not physically. Never physically. Don't ever physically hurt anyone, ever. Especially your lovers. Definitely don't recommend that, ever. But I would say we were verbally aggressive toward one another. So, my advice is strive to become the better person. If things get ugly, learn from those ugly moments. Um, be mature. Be the grown up. Uh, and honestly, forgive. Always forgive, even if you don't want to. If you forgive someone, you will eventually feel better in the future. You will feel like as if that weight and that burden would be removed off your shoulders. Because if you don't forgive someone, it will get heavier in time. That burden will follow you. I'm not going to lie about that. If you don't forgive someone, that burden will be heavy on your shoulders to a point to where it's just hurting and it's heavy. And you're going to wish that you did forgive. And also, be grateful for the things that happen in your life. I'm not gonna lie, there have been ugly days. I've had some ugly days. Some of them that I'm not gonna share in this video, but there were definitely some very ugly moments. Ugly things that I've said to people, and I regret it. To the people that I've insulted, verbally abused, people that I was just ruthless to, that I was just a complete asshole to. I do apologize for them. I was childish, I was bitter, I was immature, and I was not me in 2015. In 2016 I made a mistake that almost fucking got me arrested. And it's because of my temper and because I was just in a very, very dark mental state. And I was afraid that I was going to be locked up for that mistake. So, honestly, I've done some ugly things that I regret doing, you know? But I don't regret them because I learned from them. I've learned from those mistakes, and because of them, I became a better person. I became a YouTube influence, and that is what I strive to do. I don't want to just entertain you guys, but I want to tell my stories and become a entertainer and an influence. An influence too that you can rub off on to become better, to become decent people in society. Because my goal has always been to entertain and to become a positive influence. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect because that's sure as fuck not it. I'm not gonna change myself. I'm not gonna change who I am. I'll tell you that much. But I do hope to become a better influence that people can admire and look up to. You know, especially from my younger sister. I hope to become a better influence, to become a better person, to become someone that she can look up to, be proud to call her brother. And the same can be said for my nieces and my nephews. I hope to be better and to be a more positive influence. You know, I want to entertain, but I want to influence as well. Influence people that are watching this video or listening to this video, whatever you're doing, to become better people in society. So, really, I guess you could say that this video is just about growth, forgiveness, and maturity. But honestly, I do hope that you guys enjoy this video. Honestly, I feel like I really um, removed a lot of burden off my shoulders. But you know what? I feel better knowing that I've opened up a little bit more. But on that, I don't know, I just feel relieved saying all this, you know, opening up to you guys and everything. But I do hope that you guys like this video. Let me know what you think. And honestly, have a wonderful Monday. You know, I love y'all. Be careful. And I'll see you guys next video. I'm out. Peace.